Watch what they do, not what they say. It's been our unofficial motto for the Trump administration for a while yet. Here is something they are trying to do as of today. They have now announced plans that they want to hold immigrant families, including kids, indefinitely. There's a previous court settlement that set the limit for holding immigrant kids at 20 days. Now the Trump administration says they want to keep them in detention indefinitely. And also, they want that to be done with no outside oversight. They said they'll set their own standards and review themselves and license themselves and inspect their own facilities to make sure everything's fine. Joining us now is Lee Gelernt. He's the Deputy Director of the ACLU's Immigrants' Rights Project. Lee, thank you for being here tonight. I appreciate you coming in.
Thanks for having me.
This struck me when I first read about this new rule as something that will immediately go to court, and it's hard to imagine that the Trump administration could just declare they're no longer bound by these court orders that have bound them on this.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think there's going to be court action immediately, and I think the judge has been overseeing the consent decree is going to be extremely troubled by this. And so I think what we're looking at, though, is more litigation, unnecessary litigation, but it's just the thought that they want to hold these kids indefinitely. And I actually think we're looking at the worst of both worlds, because they're still separating families at the border. And I think they're going to continue trying that, although we have another court hearing coming up on that. And then those families they don't separate, they're now going to try and put in long-term, as you said, indefinite detention. And the conditions are bad enough when there's some oversight. And now they're saying, oh, no, we'll look at the facilities ourselves and make sure they're okay. But the other thing I wanted to stress is, regardless of the sort of objective quality of the conditions, raising a child in an institution has enormous effects on them. I mean, the medical community has overwhelmingly said you cannot raise a child in a detention center and expect that child to grow up normally. And it also it affects the dynamic between the parent and the child, because what we see is the child constantly then starts to look to the guard for permission for everything. And so the dynamic between the parent and child becomes completely distorted.
And that can happen in short-term detention, let alone something that goes on indefinitely.
Sure.
Do you expect that the judge who oversees this consent decree that currently governs what the administration can do, is she personally able to block this? I mean, does she have the first say on this?
Absolutely. I mean, those proceedings will happen very quickly. Okay. She'll have the first say, and I think what she'll say, hopefully, we expect her to say is, look, there's a consent decree. You can't just discard the entire consent decree because you want to do it. The government's going to say, well, there's changed circumstances, this or that, but there's no changed circumstances what kids need. Kids need to be out of detention facilities.
Lee Gelernt, Deputy Director of the ACLU's Immigrants' Rights Project. Keep us apprised on this. I am sort of fired up about this and alarmed.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rachel.
Good to have you here, Lee.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.